G'day, it's True here and welcome to another African Violet video. Today I just wanted to talk about when you're running out of space in your African Violet room, which it's happening to me at the moment. So I'm looking at other ways that I can try and make a little bit more room in my African Violet room. And I found these seedling trays at Bunnings, and I thought this might be a good way when I've got small plants in little individual pots. I thought I'd put them in these seedling trays, and that way gives me a little bit more room. Once they get too big for here, then I can take them out and put them back into their own little individual pots. But at this stage, it just means that I can conserve a little bit more space. I think we should be fine. There should be just enough room for air circulation around each plant. But when they do start getting a lot larger, I will have to transplant them. So for the moment, I'm just going to pop them in here. And that way, it'll just give me that little bit more room in the African Violet room. Because unfortunately, I am getting a lot of plants and starting to run out of space. And some of these are still quite tiny, so it won't hurt them to go into sort of these are just a little bit smaller, square pot. So I hope everyone's having a lovely day out there. I'm having a very lovely day. It's lovely, sunny outside. At the moment, I am just going to plant them one space apart. And the soil mix I'm using is a mixture of African Violet potting mix, some vermiculite, some peat moss, and some perlite. I'm going to take this leaf off here of this one because it looks like it's been a bit damaged at some stage. This little plant here is a miniature African Violet, and it's called Child's Play. Now that I've got it's spring now, but summer will be coming up soon, and it gets quite hot in my African Violet growing room. So put a little label back in that one for Child's Play. So what I am having to do is put some curtains up. Now I have some sheer curtains that I'm putting up, and they don't block out a huge amount of light, but they just take that edge off the heat. And also curtains are like those sheer curtains are great, because that way if you are finding that you're getting too much light, which it can be a problem, if you're getting too much light, then you can pull them to and just take away that, so your plants aren't getting too much heat. A good rule of thumb is that if your African Violet leaves are casting a shadow, like with the sunlight shining in on them, then it's too hot for your plants. So you don't want like a distinct shadow coming off your African Violet plants, because then it is too hot. So this one I'm going to pot up. Still got the parent leaf here, and it's got heaps of babies coming. So we're going to keep that one all together still. We don't want to remove that parent leaf. Not yet. They're all happy. I always think if your African violets are happy, just leave them. Unless you're in a crisis like me and don't have enough room where to keep everything. So, and you have to repot. But that's fine. That one will do fine. So this one here, I did almost lose this one, and I'm not sure. I'm going to take that leaf off too. I'm not sure what the problem was with it, but it just did not look well from the time that I got it. This one's called Zimni Twitcock. So, I don't know. I'm not sure what the issue was. The only thing I can think of is it came from on the Sunshine Coast, and then it came down to Brisbane, outside Ipswich, and our temperature is quite hot and dry compared to Sunshine Coast, and I think maybe it was just rapid temperature change that it was not happy. Did not like it. So put its name tag in there with it. And there we have it. So that just is going to give me just that little bit more room. I won't have trays to go. I'll have one large tray to go underneath this, which just gives me that little bit more space in my growing room. So that might be an idea for you if you're running out of room and you've got tiny plants, maybe using a seedling tray like this. This is great too if you want to propagate leaves. You can just put your soil in, just put your leaf in, leaf in, and just do it. And it's a quick way, and then easy, quicker to water, quicker to look after. And then you can just remove the leaf when it's got its baby plants that are large enough, and you can divide them all up. So I hope this video was helpful, and thank you for watching.